Okay, well, the sun's disappeared in this partially clouded sky, and it's trying to peek back out. The wind's come up. I'm paddling. Normally the wind comes out of the north, but today, of course, it's coming out of the south. I'm paddling into, I'd say, a 2 to 4 knot quartering wind. It's hitting me right on the starboard bow. But, you know, I'm paddling the canoe backwards, puts my weight more towards the middle of the canoe. I've got my ice chest there and then 2 portage packs in front of it. So the bow's lower in the water, which cuts down the windage, and the extra, you know, the weight helps it track better. This canoe does okay in waves. It just doesn't do okay in wind. But it does a lot better in wind when it's loaded than it does when it's not loaded. So anyway, hopefully it'll keep it down to a dull roar about like this. We can deal with it. If it gets much more than this, it can start peeling me back. It'll just push the bow around, which is not fun. But I got everything I need to camp and wait it out if I have to, which I basically started doing that on this lake. Anytime I'm going any distance at all on this lake, I take the necessary equipment to do an emergency camp overnight, if nothing else, just to set out wind if I have to, and not force myself in a bad situation. Anyway, talk to you in a bit. Okay, I'm at Mallard Cove. Taking a little break. Been out for about an hour and a half. Paddled about 3 miles. The wind's still blowing, but she's been doing pretty good considering that wind. It's pretty steady, 2 to 4 knots. Like I said, I'm quartering on my starboard bow from pretty much from Safety Point, or halfway across Thompson Bay to Safety Point, and then clear here to Mallard Cove. Not too much farther to Balance Rock. May stick in there for a minute, maybe not. I want to try to get to Steamboat Cove tonight and make camp there. So I'll talk to you in a little bit. Okay, we made it to Pilot Rock. About 6.5 miles in that wind. Decided I didn't want to do it for another 6.5 miles to get to Steamboat Cove, or about that, at least 5. So I shut her down here, set camp. Here's Pilot Rock. You can see the lighthouse up there on top. Nice looking south. Excuse me, north, back towards Lake Havasu City. These interesting cairns some boaters put up here. There were some other boats here earlier, but they've left as of now. So anyway, I'll see how my shoulders are tomorrow. Got quite a workout today. There's Kamari I'll put away for the night. Did a good job today. Bit of waves and wind. And then here's camp. So I'm gonna make me some red Thai curry with rice and veggies and get a good night's sleep. Hey everybody, this is day 2. I left Pilot Rock this morning, broke camp, packed up and left camp. I've come approximately, I don't know, about 4 miles to the most southern camp at Eagle Point. I'm just stopping here for a little bit. I had a horrible night last night, probably my worst sleeping experience ever in the outdoors. It was just so blazing hot. And then had a thunderstorm come down and really high winds. You could hear it coming for over a minute, and it just blasted me 34 miles per hour. I cannot believe that Coleman tent held up, but it did. And I got a lot of torrential rain after that, and it didn't leak, so that's amazing. But anyway, so I'm really tired. I'm just taking a little break here, and then I'm paddling on, get as close to the line of the state park down south as I can, and we'll pick it up there. Hey everybody, it's day 3. It's midday. I've paddled from below the state park to the north side of the state park back into the BLM camping areas. And this trip's almost over. I just got to get around the corner here and I'll be at the last BLM campsite, which is the Bill Williams Estuary. And I'll be camping there for the night and then paddling across the estuary to my takeout point. I don't know whether I'm going to get taken out tomorrow or Friday. We'll see. I might just want to hang out. Good morning, everybody. Day 4, making this final paddle across this pretty large body of water. I normally don't like getting out in the middle of something like this in a canoe, but it's really early and it's really flat. It's beautiful right now. It's kind of a judgment call. I think it'll hold at least until I get close enough to, if there's any sudden winds, that I can deal with it. But it's a beautiful, still morning. Before all the jet skis and the boats get out here, start roaring around, which is cool. I used to be one of them. Everybody's out to have a good time. But I get spoiled in the wintertime where there's not that much noise on the lake. You know, you can go out and you'll hear a boat now and again, where in the summertime, it's just constant. It never goes away from sunup to, well, actually, I shouldn't say that, from about 10 o'clock on. By the time they get their party butts out of bed and have breakfast and get their act together, it's usually about 10 o'clock. But they'll hang, man. They'll hang till they can barely get back to the marina or wherever they're staying into the evening. So, got a little bit of a situation here. I told Dwayne I would call him for my takeout the night before, and I've had phone service all the way down the lake. So I get across the way there last night and go, I better call Dwayne. No service. This morning, still no service, and I'll check when I get over here. If not, I'll go in the office and beg that they let me use their phone so I can call him, and hopefully his day's not jam pack and he can fit me in somewhere to come get me. It's not that far. He's just coming from Havasu. But I appreciate it. It's still, you know, his time and a commitment. At least 35 minutes each way. 35. So we'll see how that goes. And I'll update you in a little bit. Right now I'm just going to let you enjoy the tranquility that I'm enjoying right now on this lake. So this is my takeout at the Bill Williams Estuary. This is a kind of a crude little put-in takeout for non-motorized vehicle, you know, boats only, kayaks and canoes and what have you. And it's really nice because you don't have to contend with motor people in and out, and it's just kind of nice to have a place of your own where you're not getting ran over, getting your stuff in and out of the water. And that's the Bill Williams Estuary, which I documented that whole thing in an earlier video. And then straight across is where I camped last night. It was nice being able to paddle straight across that big of open body of water. It was just completely flat. You're always kind of taking a little bit of a chance, but I felt pretty good about it, based on the way the wind patterns are on this lake and have been this week. So like I said, my phone has no service here, so I'm just kind of waiting for a good Samaritan to come by with a phone who does have service here, so I can call Dwayne to come get me. I'm not overdue because I told him I might not come out until tomorrow. But I'm coming out a day early, so I'm not expected necessarily, although I told him it might be a possibility. So anyway, we'll see how the day progresses. Hopefully somebody will take pity on my soul and let me use their phone, and Dwayne has the ability to come soon and get home. All right, guys, talk to you in a bit.